Hey man, how's it going? How's tour? How's life? How's everything?
It's great. It's good to be back on the road. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
6 years since our last tour.
Yeah.
So it's good to be out working on the new record.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to be digging the tunes. Like.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. You said you've not been even away for 6 years. You know, what's changed in the 6 years? Is there anything? What's new?
Everything changes, but everything stays the same. The thing that stays the same are the fans that have always liked the record. The things that change is that you've got new tunes to play. You've got different architecture about how you structure songs. And the big change for us is we've got a new drummer now, and he brings a whole fresh dynamic to the band.
You found that this, with the new record, that there's. You mentioned the old fans. Is there new people that are like, hey, just get into Jetplane Landing?
Someone just tweeted, just as been walking over to do the interview today, he said, "Once Like a Spark, that's such a great record." And that was out in 2003, it was 10 years ago. So.
Fair enough. So yeah, it is the first. It's the first album done in six years. Like, why the wait? Is it just a matter of
loads of things happened? I relocated my family back from London back to Derry. We set up a studio there. That takes time, work. Had some kids. Cahir's in fighting with wire, so he had to go do his thing. But really, it's like Jetplane really releases a record when we feel that the record's there to be released.
Yeah.
So it took us 2 years to make the record and feel that we had 10 good songs.
You said, getting it ready. Have you found that sort of the talk about the old fans, but is the UK scene the same? Is it, or do you find yourself in a position where you're one of the few bands doing what you do now? Is that?
I think that there's always going to be a percentage of bands like Jetplane Landing that are going around touring the whole of the UK fairly underground, and among that percentage of bands, some are great, some aren't so great, and some are trying really hard. I think we would count ourselves in the bracket of the band that just tries really hard, and the UK scene is really healthy. I think this is the first record we've made with the advent of technology, so Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud and all those sharing devices, it's much easier to tour and attract audiences now, but with that comes a glut of other bands that possibly shouldn't be using those mediums because they're not quite ready. So there's a lot of noise out there, but there's a lot of good stuff too.
Of course, you said you're based in Derry. Is the scene like the same over there? Is it healthier there? Is it?
Yeah, it's incredibly eclectic in Derry. So it goes the whole gamut from abolition folk right up to like screaming hardcore. Every band in Derry is entirely unique. They've all got their own sort of voice, so it's quite an interesting scene.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of bands coming over from the UK to Ireland to play as well. So it must be quite a healthy scene.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of small town America bands from Derry and Belfast always on tour. The Faro, More Than Conquerors, Axis Off, Fighting with Wire, and So Watch You From Afar, Jetplane.
Yeah. You mentioned Cahir before.
Yes.
He's a busy guy.
He is. He's hectic.
Yeah. Has it been the last Fighting with Wire gig, or is it still to come?
That's coming. Fighting Wire played their last ever show at the festival. It's called Cut the Transmission. It's in Derry on the 28th of September. If anyone can afford the boat trip, they should come.
It looks awesome. Is that going to be? So obviously it's going to be sort of different for Cahir. He's got that. Is it going to make things easier for you now? Is it without?
Cahir will have more time, but Cahir works full time along with Frank Turner as well as part of his crew. So I think that Jetplane are very good at seizing the moment. Whenever all of us are together and all of us have the opportunity, we grab that time to make music.
Would you say that's what this new album feels like? Does it feel like you've seized the moment?
Absolutely, Carpe Diem, and it's called Don't Try because we wanted to make music that was effortless and instinctual, and that really requires too much thought.
So for anyone who hasn't heard the album yet, give them a hard sell. Tell them why they should.
If you miss Fugazi and you wish that Helmet made a record that was accessible and heavy, then Don't Try is the record for you.
It's a good sell. Anyone that listens should be straight on that. I think that's about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the Ruckus. Cheers.